What up, what up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? I'm back at it again. With another banger. So today I'm definitely going to react to this woman. She probably says she's 30 and she got something she wanna say. So I'm really interested. I love women. So I'm always really interested, wanna know, what she had to say. She's 30 years and she never had no friends before. So I'm putting much more interest. Like I wanna know the reason why, like if you can be that much 30 years old and you don't have much friends, and you may be boyfriend and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give pretty much what I have to say. So let's get into it. Subscribe to your boy, be here. The more support I get, and it's the more I post it, you feel me? Everybody needs some love. And I get it too, and everybody get it too. So let's get into it.
You're a woman with no direction in life, and I want to talk about it. I will give you some advice at the end of how to deal with this and cope with no sense of direction. But for now, I kind of just want to tell you my story of how I got here. And it's not long, and it's not that sad, and it's not like, I'm not going to try to make you cry. When I was maybe late teens to my 20s to like college age, I had a vision in my head of what I wanted out of my life, of what my life was going to be like when I reached the age I'm at now. And some of the things I wanted were, okay, of course, I was going to graduate college, which I did, thank God. And then,
by the way, my dream in college, like my dream when I was young, I want to be a doctor, but it let me out. Here we go, I'm here. so she's not the only one, but she ended up even finished college, which is I haven't finished college yet. You feel me? So let's listen to.
Gonna get married. I got married and then divorced. There's more to that story, but that's for another video. I wanted a big career. I started having a nice, okay career, and then that pummeled. Again, I can talk about that later, but that's how my life has been so up and down that I no longer know what I want, even though I've planned this life since I was really young. And then when I graduated college, I had an internship, which is, again, that's pretty normal. You graduate college, you get an internship. I got a really good internship. When I was in college, I studied video production. I studied basically a very interesting version of journalism. And I didn't know I wanted to be in journalism, but I knew for sure that I didn't want to tell like sad stories. So I didn't really aim to do journalism, but that's what basically my major was. That's what I studied. And I graduated that. I was an okay student, I got an internship for digital media coordinator, and that went really well. And then I was like, okay, this is good. I graduated college, I got an internship. Life is gonna be good. And then I never got jobs. That's when I was around maybe 23, 24, 23. I never was able to get a job that made sense with my career, what I wanted. So instead of going into a direction of entertainment news reporter or working at a huge production company or working in some sort of film, movie capacity, working in entertainment or anything like that like I wanted, I never got any of those jobs. So the first 5 years, I graduated in 2015. So the first 5 years after my graduation, it was constantly looking for work and constantly looking for jobs. I never got them. I had a few interviews, but I never got jobs.
Yo, first of all, shout out to her to actually put herself outside. It's really not easy for literally as a, just like a human being. Just put yourself in the camera this way. Trust me, this thing is not easy. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of motivation to actually put yourself in the camera. So shout out to her first. You feel me?
I never got jobs, and it just nobody wanted to hire me. Nobody wanted to give me opportunities. Nobody wanted. I don't know if they thought I was too dumb to do the work. The thing I kept getting was this is literally what I keep getting today in my 33 years is you don't have enough experience. You don't know what you're doing, so we can't hire you. But it's like, well, how am I gonna get experience if you don't hire me? And that's still the struggle today, which I will get into later about the state of my jobhood and how I ended up having no direction. That's exactly what it was like when I got out of college.
So basically, I'm really not speaking. I'm speaking at this like as a human being perspective. Now, so in life, you always have kind of like this is perfect, perspective. Like you already plan it. Okay, this is how life is gonna go. This is how life is gonna go. Then when you don't have a second option, that's when you're stuck in life. So in life, you always have a plan A, and don't look at plan B. But you always have to know like where you're gonna lay back. You feel me? So mostly when schools is a problem. So like if you focus, you know you're gonna make it up your life in school. So it's gonna be a hardest part. So you have to be more able to learn how to communicate with other people, how to talk to people. That's how you make a business. That's how you make a deal. It's never about school. That's something I learned a lot personally. It's how you talk to people. It's how you present yourself. That's how opportunities comes. You feel me? So now let's hear what she is going to say. You feel me? By the way, she hasn't said because she's black. She's always says because she don't have like enough experience to what she wants, what she want to do, and I think she talk about tech. So she's talking about tech, yeah. Okay.
Constantly, you don't have a job, you don't have enough experience, we can't hire you. No job, nothing I wanted. I applied for, companies like Britco, BuzzFeed, Yahoo, like all their like fun media department jobs. I applied for them, nobody. I applied for video editing jobs, nobody. I went into the direction of getting a job just to live, which is fine. Sometimes you do have to do that. So I ended up getting like retail jobs. I got a customer service job. I got a sales job, like things like that. Even though it wasn't really what I wanted, I still ended up getting those jobs. I stayed in that direction for a while, and those were fine, even though I knew that it wasn't really what I wanted to do. And then at 25, I got married. The marriage did last 5 years, which was great, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and there's the end of that. I may talk about that in another video, but for now, that's where I was at 25. I got married at 25. By the time I was 30, the marriage was over.
We listen, we don't judge.
And then I had to kind of restart my life again. So I ended up moving. Across the state. I was in San Francisco, and then now I moved down to Los Angeles in the middle of COVID. And then last year, literally a year ago, after I was looking and struggling and trying to find work that I really liked, I found a job as a project manager at a tech company, and I was really scared when I first started that job. Something about the job didn't feel right, but I did it anyway. I was really happy. I had everything I needed. I had insurance. I was going somewhere in my life, even though I didn't have a boyfriend or a partner anymore. I was really happy because I was making good money, and I had friends. I was socializing. I was excited, even though in the back of my head I knew something was wrong. I still kind of just went through my life as best as I could. About a year ago, I got fired, which is how I'm in my position right now. About a year later, is because I got fired from that job, and it was really devastating. And ever since then, I'm back to my college days or early 20s, where I'm having a hard time finding a job. I haven't been able to find a good full-time solid benefits, all those kinds of jobs in the corporate realm. I did get a few contract jobs right after I got fired, but again, they were contract jobs. That means they didn't last, they weren't permanent, they didn't have any benefits. But one job lasted 6 months and another job lasted 2 months, so I was able to kind of cover my bills in that way. It feels like, again, that nobody wants to hire me. It feels like, again, that nobody wants anything to do with me. It feels like, and I'm still getting that same thing. I'm getting the same, like, you're not good enough, you don't have enough experience, we can't hire you, you don't have enough experience. Even though my experience demonstrates everything on my resume, they're still saying I don't have enough experience for the job. So that's how I'm here now. Is I am 33, no job, no family, living off of unemployment. I could barely make ends meet. Thank goodness I don't have any children. I only have my cat to take care of, but I still struggle financially. Again, I'm on unemployment and food stamps. I should make clear that I'm on food stamps right now. I'm not happy because I'm struggling emotionally, mentally. I just can't seem to get my life together. So I'm hoping that trying to create content for YouTube and trying to put my story out there will resonate with some people that are probably feeling the same way I'm feeling. As far as where I'm going, I'm hoping to, start creating more content.
And this is what I love about women. Women are pretty good at expressing how they feel, how they view the world, and how, what they're going through. And this is why I feel like women are just doing better in life. And I feel like as men, we can't. I know with thousands of men like are going through this, but we just can't. And because of she expressing herself, a lot of people are going to help her out. You feel me? So let's watch.
And YouTube and making more videos and putting more time towards something that I really want to do versus waiting for companies to tell me that they don't want me, or they don't want to hire me, and they don't want to work with me, and I'm not good enough, Because when I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing my own content, nobody's gonna tell me that. Nobody's gonna say to me, hey, you're not good enough, you're fired, you're not good enough, you're not worth it, you're not worth the investment. Nobody's gonna tell me that. So I'm really hoping that going on to some sort of video production on YouTube will get me to where I want to go mentally, emotionally, financially, and hopefully something will come out of this. Even if it's just knowing that somebody out there is going through this and knows that they're not alone when it comes to having a very directionless life. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of this. So you might be wondering what I do all day without having any sort of direction. I spend a lot of my days inside the house, which sucks sometimes, but it's really nice to have peace. I do a lot of cooking, I do a lot of cleaning, I shop a lot. I'm always shopping for like groceries or clothes, or when I say clothes, I mean more like window shopping. I'm not really out here like buying bags or shoes or things like that. I do more window shopping. The other day I went to Rodeo Drive, and that was really fun. Some days I get really lonely, but I power through it by watching TV, reading my books. I look for jobs all day, every day. That also kills time. I talk to my friends on the phone, things like that. So as far as advice goes for young people, I think that everybody in their life will have a time in their life where they just don't know where they're going and they don't have any control of what life is bringing. I think that's a thing. I think that's possible in every young person or older person's life. When women, when their children leave for college and they're feeling, they're empty nesters. That's something that feels very directionless, because you're like, what do I do now that my kids are out of the house? When you get fired and you have to wait for your next gig. As far as advice goes, what I would say is these 3 things. Number 1, have a solid, good support system. Know that there are people in your life that you can go to talk to about anything and everything, no matter what time, no matter what, where you are, you can talk to them. always have something planned and something to look forward to. Something I did a lot of this year is I went to a lot of shows. I was able to go to a lot of my favorite shows. I saw Beyonce, yes, amazing. So that was something to look forward to. When the Barbie movie came out, I made sure to plan an event with my friends, and we had a really good time because, again, I was looking forward to that. Okay, so my third and probably final advice is knowing that this phase of life is not permanent, and even though it feels permanent, even though it feels very long, I'm assuming that I'm not gonna do this in like 5 to 10 years. I may be like this in the next year or two, but knowing that I won't be like this in 5 to 10 years is kind of also what keeps me going. It feels very permanent. It feels like crap. I don't have a direction. I need help. It feels like that, but at the end of the day, I know in my head that it's not, even though my brain is telling me like, girl, what are we doing? If I am here in the next 5 to 10 years, I need to really reevaluate what is happening in my life, because that's gonna be a huge problem. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe, like the video, and I'm happy to kind of go into more detail about more stuff and where I am or where I'm going, and I would love to share more. So just make sure to subscribe and follow along with me as I try my best to figure out this life.
So by the way, go subscribe to her. Her name is XOXO, so shout out to her for her to put herself outside and to literally kind of like help young girls. Now, my take on her experience, you know, I'm not really gonna take nothing away from what she did. She had two divorces. So she divorced 2 men and explicitly in a quickest way. You feel me? Now, things that I learned from her is, so after she went to college, she finally finished. Now she feels like, you know what? Oh man, now I got everything I want. She said, you know what? I need a man. So she finally get a man, and you know, she live with the same man, and regardless, it didn't work out, they divorced. But she was consistently looking for a job. But then she ended up again. No, let me put. So again, she ended up looking for. She found another man. Then she got married. Now, as you can see here, she not even looking at her career no more. She's absolutely focused on getting her husband. Or she's like in between love and work. Now, after she's in a relationship in a while, she couldn't get kids. Then she started to realize, hold on, maybe, you know, this is enough for me because I'm not getting my career, you know, stuff like that, you know. And she ended up divorced after 5 years. Now, and she ended up in food stamp for whatever she's saying. She's ended up can literally, you know, not doing good. So me personally right now, I feel like she has to take accountability. Accountability is she's able to get stuff that she wanted in life, but she's not able to, you know, kind of like commit and work on keeping those stuff. You feel me? So if I already finished college, I'm looking for a job, I have to learn how to maintain that job. If I get in a relationship, if I get in, you know, in a relationship, I have to know how to maintain that love that I have to maintain. So she's pretty good, not good at maintaining, you know, those 2 things. You feel me? So she pretty much, she feel like she don't know what she want, but it's really simple for her. You feel me? So she give everybody's advice. So her advice is, you gotta get people that they can help you up. This is pretty good. This is very good. You have to be able to get people who you're gonna trust and you are closer to, and people who are going to be there for you. You have to, and it's a really good thing. And number 2, you have to have fun. You have to look for something you wanna have fun with. You know, like, you know, have a couple friends, having stuff. You know, so if you having a husband, you know, it's a good thing. If you have kids, it's like a good thing. You feel me? Third is sometimes sometimes things happen pretty much, and you always have to drive it forward. But me personal, I can give, and my advice for anybody is, if you are a woman, it's hard, because I feel like the reason you first men leave you, because you wasn't look forward for having a man, you was looking forward of having a career. So he kind of feels like he wasn't kind of like, maybe I don't know your situation, but at some particular point, the reason why I feel like she has a problem is keeping what she have. She always looking for something more, and then she end up with nothing. So in life, you have to know how to appreciate things when you have them. You have to learn how to appreciate things when you have them. That's really, really good advice. When you have the woman that you love, you have a husband that you love, you have to learn how to keep them, how to fight for it. If you get a career that you always wanted, work hard. Life is not fair. Life is given for people who want life. So be smart about it. Finish what you started. And and life is not gonna be easy at all. Life is completely difficult. It's like upside and downs. But when you have two divorce, then it looks like it's your problem. It's you. There's no if you're the first one left, the second one left, come on. It's probably you have to take responsible, and to know what, there's something I'm doing wrong. And all these men, they all married, they all did wedding, but they end up divorcing you. So or you end up divorcing them, so it don't matter. So it's something, people have to take accountabilities in life, and it's gonna make you way more better as a person. It's gonna push you. You know what I'm saying? When you do mistakes, you have to learn from it and get up and do it. So shout out to her first for her to come out again, to give us, a high experience. And that's why I love women. I love women so much, because women are pretty good at expressing how they feel. That's why I love women. They are pretty good. That's why women live longer. I'm telling you the truth. That's why women live longer, because they are pretty good at expressing exactly what the situation they're going through. And I saw this video right here actually went viral pretty much. She got good money from it, no cap. So that's all my take on. So if you subscribe, you know what I'm saying, so it's okay, you can subscribe, and I'll appreciate that, and like, comment, all the good stuff.